today we're diving into the Bible's very first sibling rivalry, the story of Cain and Abel. This one's all about jealousy, choices, and how things can spiral out of control if we don't deal with our feelings the right way. So let's get into it and break it down. Cain and Abel were the first kids of Adam and Eve. That's right, they were literally the first siblings ever. Cain was the older brother, and he worked as a farmer, growing crops and taking care of the land. Abel, the younger brother, was more into taking care of animals. He was a shepherd. One day, both brothers decide to bring an offering to God. Cain brings some of his crops, probably stuff he grew with his own hands. Abel, on the other hand, brings the best parts of his flock, the firstborn sheep, and he made sure they were top quality. Now, here's where things take a turn. God looks at Abel's offering and is like, this is great. He's pleased with it. But when it comes to Cain's offering, God doesn't accept it. And Cain, he doesn't take it well. Imagine working hard on something, thinking you're doing the right thing, and then finding out it's not enough. Cain starts feeling some type of way. He's angry, jealous, and frustrated. God steps in and says, Cain, why are you so upset? If you do what's right, won't you be accepted too? But if you don't, watch out. Sin is crouching at your door. It wants to control you, but you need to take control. It's like a warning. God's basically saying, hey, I see you're upset, but you've got a choice here. You can either handle this the right way or let your anger get the best of you. Instead of listening to that advice, Cain lets his jealousy take over. He calls Abel out to the field, and in a fit of rage, Cain kills his brother. It's the first murder in history. And it happens because Cain, she couldn't control his emotions. Afterward, God comes looking for Cain and asks him, where's your brother Abel? Cain tries to act like he doesn't know, saying, am I my brother's keeper? Basically, why should I know where he is? But of course, God knows what happened, and he calls Cain out for it. Because of his actions, Cain faces some serious consequences. God tells him that the ground he used to farm won't produce for him anymore. He's going to be a wanderer, never able to settle down and enjoy the land he once worked on. Cain freaks out, realizing how serious this is, and says, this punishment is more than I can handle. If anyone finds me, they'll me. But God, even in his judgment, shows some mercy. He puts a mark on Cain, protecting him from being killed by others. So what's the big takeaway from Cain and Abel's story? There are a few lessons here that totally apply to us today. First, it's about how we handle our emotions. Cain got angry and jealous, which are normal feelings, but instead of dealing with them in a healthy way, he let them control him. And we see what happened. His jealousy led him to do something he couldn't take back. Second, it's about choices. When God spoke to Cain, he basically gave him a choice. Control your emotions, or they'll control you. That's something we can all relate to, whether it's anger, envy, or frustration. We've all had moments where we felt like things weren't fair, but how we respond in those moments makes all the difference. And lastly, it's about responsibility. Cain didn't want to take responsibility for his actions. He even tried to act like he didn't know where Abel was. But in the end, we all have to own up to the choices we make, good or bad. Thanks for tuning in. If Cain and Abel's story made you think about how you handle tough emotions, hit that like button, share this video with someone who could use a reminder, and drop a comment below on how you deal with anger or jealousy. And don't forget to subscribe for more real, relatable Bible stories. Ciao. This day that God has given.